Hi everyone. I just wanted to hop on and give a really quick book review about Lucia Shin's Supernova Era. I think if you watched my book reviews before, you know I'm a huge Lucia Shin fan. With the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy, loved it. So definitely wanted to read another one of his books. So I really liked this one. If you don't want any spoilers and you're planning on reading this, I would go ahead and stop the video now. But the premise of the book is a star goes supernova that they weren't aware of was going to go supernova. And so it blasts the Earth with radiation. It creates a new nebula, like up in our sky. But the radiation blast in a year's time will kill everyone over the age of 13 with radiation sickness. Those 13 and under, the level of radiation was low enough to where their bodies regenerate cells so quickly that it doesn't affect them. But anyone 13 or older, their bodies don't regenerate cells quick enough, and so they got radiation sickness and died. So in other words, all the adults in 1 year's time were going to be dead. So they had to take that 1 year and train the children of the world to keep Earth running. All of the jobs that we do, all of that. And so the book spends, most of the time going through that, what that's like, and then the vast majority of the book is what is humanity like once the last adult dies. Really good book. As a former teacher, I felt like a lot of it really rang true as to what would happen when children were put in that situation. Like for instance, they supposedly did a dry run and let the kids take over everything for a day while the adults were still around to see like what else the adults needed to teach them and help them with. And the dry run went like amazingly well. Of course, the book is set in China, since Lucia Shin is Chinese. Well, mostly in China. It does bounce around to America and Antarctica as well. But so as soon as the last adult dies, just within minutes, kids are calling Beijing and so the kids who are charged with running the Chinese government are like literally answering the phone, and kids are crying, wanting their parents. They're scared. They don't know what to do. And of course, it eventually dawns, on the children who are the leaders, that the dry run was, of course, not a legit dry run. The adults were still helping out during that dry run. And so it really, I think he did a really great job of talking about like through the different phases of what most children would go through in such a catastrophic event. I hated when it ended because I wanted to keep reading this story. I think Lucia Shin is now my favorite author. This is just a great book. I would say if you liked Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy, pick up Supernova Era and give it a try. Very, very good. It's a very good book. If you've read it, feel free to drop some comments down below. As always, if you have book recommendations, please drop them in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new books. I'll have another book review that I'll be uploading this week, also totally different vein than the Lucia Shin book. But if you like my content, of course, like, subscribe, you know the drill. But I hope everybody takes care and stays safe, and I will talk to you guys later.